Hello everyone. Today we will start unit number 2, which is high pressure boilers. In this video we will cover introduction, steam production, steam purity and steam quality, unique features of high pressure boilers and advantages of high pressure boilers. Let us start with the introduction of boiler. You may be aware about boiler because it is already studied in basic mechanical engineering in first semester. So the boiler is nothing but it is a closed vessel which is made of steel alloy in which the heat is transferred to the water by combustion of fuel, which vaporizes the water and its last converted into the steam at desired pressure and temperature. Generally there are two types of boiler, which are fire tube boiler and water tube boiler. If the hot gases are inside the tubes and the water surrounds the tube, then the boiler is known as a fire tube boiler. For example, Cochrane boiler steam production. Before we will start high pressure boilers, let me discuss about steam production. When heat is added to the water, its temperature rises at a rate of 0.56 degrees centigrade. We can say that it is 1 Fahrenheit for each input of 2.095 kilojoule per kg. If we take water at 0 degree centigrade and we have to add 419 kilojoule per kg, then we will increase the temperature of water by 100 degrees centigrade and the temperature rises is detected and it is known as a sensible heat. At normal atmospheric pressure, any further addition of the heat to the water at 0 degree centigrade will not increase the temperature but will convert the some amount of water into the steam. In order to convert water into the steam, 2.257 kilojoule per kg of additional heat must be added, and cannot be detected as rise in the temperature is called latent heat of vaporization. So the total heat of steam is equal to sensible heat plus latent heat of vaporization. Next one is steam purity. Steam purity is an expression of quantity of non-water components in the steam. The components may be dissolved in the steam. It may be dissolved in the water droplets entered in the steam or carried as a discrete solid particle in the steam. Steam impurities are normally expressed as a quantity in parts per million or parts per billion. Next one is steam quality. Steam quality relates to the quantity of moisture present in the steam. 100% quality specifying no moisture content so that its dryness fraction is 1. 0% quality specifying all liquids so that dryness fraction is 0. Next one is unique features of high pressure boilers. There are three main unique features of high pressure boilers, which are methods of water circulation, second one is types of tubing, and third one is improved method of heating. Let us start with the first unique features, which is methods of water circulation. Generally, there are two methods of water circulation, which is natural water circulation and forced water circulation. In natural water circulation, it is due to the difference between density of water, hot water and cold water, and may have the forced circulation, which is caused by the centrifugal pump. As the boiler pressure increases, the pressure difference causes the natural flow of water and decreases, and it becomes zero at the critical pressure. Because of the density difference of steam and water is same, hence the natural circulation increases, and so the use of the natural circulation is limited to the subcritical boiler up to 140 bar boiler pressure, and use of the forced circulation becomes necessary for the critical and subcritical boilers. So that is why high pressure boiler uses the forced circulation of water, which ensure the positive circulation of water, and it also increases the evaporative capacity. Next one is types of tubing. In water tube boiler, if the water take place through one continuous tube, large pressure drop take place due to the friction. So the several set of parallel systems of tubing is required to reduce the pressure loss occurring in the single tube system to have better control over the quality of steam. Third one is improved method of heating. Saving of heat by evaporation of water above critical pressure of steam. Second one is heating of water by mixing with the superheated steam to get high pressure, high coefficient of. Third one is improved method of heating. Water can be heated by mixing it with the superheated steam. It gives the higher heat transfer coefficient. By using the pressure above supercritical, there is a saving of latent rate of vaporization of water. Third one is improved method of heating. Here the saving of heat by evaporation of water if we are operating the boiler above critical pressure of steam. Second, the heating of water by mixing with the superheated steam, so that is why it gives a higher heat transfer coefficient, and increase in the overall heat transfer coefficient by increasing the water velocity inside the tube, and also it increasing the gas velocity above the sound velocity. Next one is advantages of high pressure boiler. The tendency of squall formation is eliminated due to the high velocity of water through the boiler tubes. Due to the use of forced circulation, it ensures the positive circulation and increasing the evaporative capacity of boiler, and the less number of drums are required. The rate of firing of fuel and hence the rate of the heat released is increased as the pressurized combustion is used. Small size and lightweight tubes with better heat surface arrangement are used. All the parts are uniformly heated, therefore the danger of overheating and thermal stresses are reduced. The differential expansion is reduced due to the uniform temperature, and this reduces the possibility of gases and air leakage. Steam can be raised quickly to meet the variable load requirement. Efficiency of the plant can be increased up to 40 to 42% by use of high pressure steam and temperature, because it uses in the turbine and it will increase the output of the turbine. So that is why the efficiency of the plant can be increased up to 40 to 42%.